When Princess Leonor of Spain, the Princess of Asturias, arrived at the General Air and Space Academy AGA in San Javier, Murcia, on September 1, 2025, it marked another defining moment in her carefully planned path to the Spanish throne. Dressed in the Academy's regulation blue uniform, with a mixture of composure and youthful excitement, she stepped into a chapter of training that will shape her both as a military officer and as the future Queen of Spain. For Leonor, who turned 19 in October 2024, this is not just another stage of military education, it is the culmination of a 3-year journey designed to prepare her for the constitutional role of head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. After rigorous stints in the Army and Navy, the Air Force phase promises both technical challenges and symbolic milestones, underscoring Spain's commitment to equipping its air with discipline, resilience, and credibility. Leonor's first day began with formalities steeped in tradition. Upon her arrival at the San Javier base, she signed the Academy's Book of Honor, an act that placed her name alongside decades of Spain's most accomplished aviators. She then toured the facilities, visiting classrooms, simulators, and aircraft hangars. The highlight of the morning came when she was invited to sit in the cockpit of a Pilatus PC-21 training jet, the aircraft that will play a central role in her studies over the coming months. Step by step, with eagerness to learn, Leonor told her instructors as she prepared to embark on the demanding schedule of cadet life. Her words reflected both humility and determination, qualities that have won her admiration from Spaniards who have watched her grow steadily into her role as heir. One of the most striking aspects of Leonor's training is the deliberate effort by the Ministry of Defense to ensure she is treated like any other cadet. At the Academy, she shares dormitories, meals, and study routines with her fellow students. Wake-up calls, drills, lectures, and long hours in simulators will form the rhythm of her daily life, leaving little room for the privileges typically associated with royalty. For the other fourth-year cadets at the AGA, having the future queen in their ranks is both extraordinary and ordinary. On one hand, her presence draws international attention and media coverage. On the other, she must rise, march, and train at the same pace as her peers. This balance, being unique but also, one more, reflects Spain's modern vision of monarchy, accessible, relatable, and grounded in service. At San Javier, Leonor will undergo a mix of theoretical and practical instruction. The curriculum includes aerodynamics, navigation, meteorology, and flight safety, combined with hours in advanced simulators that replicate the experience of flying under a variety of conditions. If she progresses successfully, she will move on to actual training flights under the supervision of experienced instructors. Depending on her performance, there is even the possibility of undertaking a solo flight, a rite of passage for every aspiring pilot, and one that would carry immense symbolic weight for Spain's future sovereign. Her year at the AGA will also reinforce teamwork, leadership, and discipline, qualities that resonate far beyond aviation. For Leonor, who will one day be the supreme commander of Spain's armed forces, these lessons are not just practical, they are constitutional obligations. Leonor's arrival in Murcia comes after 2 equally demanding phases in other branches of the military. She began at the General Military Academy in Zaragoza, where she learned the foundations of military life, from marching in drills to weapons handling and tactical exercises. By the end of her first year, she had earned the rank of cadet ensign. The following year took her to the Naval Military Academy in Marin, where she embraced the traditions of Spain's seafaring heritage. She spent months aboard the historic training ship Juan Sebastián de Elcano, followed by service on the frigate Blas de Lezo. By the end of this phase, she was promoted to midshipman and awarded the Grand Cross of Naval Merit, underscoring her commitment. Now at San Javier, she faces the most technical part of her education, as aviation requires precision, discipline, and mental agility. This final stage is designed not only to test her capabilities but also to round out her understanding of the armed forces as a whole. The people of San Javier greeted Leonor's arrival with a sense of pride. For the small coastal town, hosting the Princess of Asturias is both a historic honor and an opportunity to showcase its vital role in Spain's defense structure. Local leaders expressed hopes that her presence would bring greater visibility to the Academy and inspire future generations. Nationally, Leonor's training has been seen as a powerful statement about the monarchy's role in 21st-century Spain. While monarchies across Europe often struggle with questions of relevance, Spain has opted to prepare its heir with rigor, ensuring she embodies both tradition and modernity. The fact that she is undergoing the same training as her future subordinates is particularly significant. It demonstrates equality, respect, and readiness to lead. When Leonor completes her year at the General Air and Space Academy, she will emerge not only with a fuller understanding of Spain's military but also with strengthened confidence and credibility as a future sovereign. Every salute she returns, every flight drill she completes, and every night spent in a cadet's quarters brings her closer to the day she will take her father's place as head of state. In San Javier, the young princess is no longer just the daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia. She is Cadet Ensign Leonor, a student pilot, and a peer among fellow aviators. Her journey is a reminder that leadership is not inherited fully formed, it is forged through discipline, sacrifice, and service. As Spain watches her progress, one thing is clear: the skies over Murcia now hold not just aircraft, but the promise of a monarch prepared to serve with honor.